Many countries that have the benefit of the sea exploit it to the maximum. Apart from fishing, the sea also plays a role in tourism, transportation, and defense. In some countries, apartments along the beaches are the most expensive, but many of Ghana's shoreline is occupied by slum dwellers. Right here in Accra, untreated sewage is dumped straight into the sea, and residents are not ashamed of squatting at the beach in the full glare of the public. Residents of the capital have named the site Lavender Hill. What may be even more life-threatening is poison in the sea just behind the seat of government. This company manufactures asbestos slates used in roofing buildings. This pump is meant to recycle the liquid waste from the factory for reuse. When this is no longer possible, the liquid waste is stored and tankers then supposed to send it to designated places for disposal. But some residents tell us that the company has been dumping the poisonous waste at the beach and into the sea. Indeed, we found that this is a channel through which the poisonous waste gets into the sea. This has allegedly been going on since the 1970s, leading to the development of this mountain of asbestos at the shore. The company from time to time uses this excavator to evacuate some of it. A staff of the company who pleaded anonymity says the heap of asbestos is a sea defense wall. Residents not only swim in the sea, but also use the water for domestic chores and suspect the asbestos waste is dangerous to their health.
They bring the payloader, then they go inside, then they come out all inside the sea, but acid they inside.
Scientific studies have proved that long-term exposure to asbestos can lead to deadly lung and abdominal problems. Asbestosis is one of such long-term illness that causes the lungs to develop scar tissue, which makes it difficult for oxygen and carbon monoxide to enter and exit the lungs. This disease may show no symptoms, but sufferers may experience shortness of breath, persistent cough-producing mucus, chest pain, and loss of appetite. Head of Environmental Chemistry Department of the Water Research Institute of CSIR, Dr. Osmond Ansah-Asare, says inhaling asbestos can be fatal.
Epidemiological studies indicate that inhalation of asbestos fibers poses an increased risk of developing an associated cancer. The chief hazard is from the inhalation of fibers that have been deposited on clothing after the washing thereof in water containing asbestos fibers.
He says studies have also proved that people who work in asbestos manufacturing plants have higher risk of getting cancer.
Asbestos fiber in water are of concern, and epidemiological evidence indicates that occupational exposure to asbestos give rise to a higher incidence of lung and gastrointestinal tract cancers.
Residents also tell Metro News that they have found dead fish at the beach whenever the asbestos waste is poured into the sea.
The small time, you go see some fish, then die, then it come down like this, then the people they collect.
This is the waste product we're talking about now. It looks like a cave. And really, this is like about 2-story high mountain that we can find just along the sea. Now, you just look at it, just on my right side, that's the waste of the sea coming, and it washes that waste product straight into the sea. Now, just at the back again, you have these birds that have come onto the shores to eat up these fingerlings.
This vulture is taking it easy on the asbestos waste mounting after feasting on the intestines of a victim. Dr. Osmond Ansah-Asare tells me that the CSIR can't measure asbestos fiber in water, but it is known that asbestos in water increases the turbidity of water, and some fish species can't survive in it.
If you make the water very turbid, no, you see, one thing we need to also get in mind that the fishery experts will tell you that there are certain fishes that thrive very well in mud, murky waters, and that kind of water. So it depends on the circumstances.
The director of the Asbestos Manufacturing Company, however, claims that before he took over, waste products were being sent to an AMA-approved site, but he stopped the practice because he wanted to recycle the waste. After realizing that the recycled material made his product brittle, he decided to dump the waste at the shore. He, however, admitted that this was poisoning the sea, and he has taken measures to address the situation, including contracting Zoomlion to evacuate the waste. The Ministry of Environment has charged the EPA to conduct thorough investigations into the matter and act accordingly by March 15th.